this all come about, you two?
Started in 23 years ago.
1989.
89.
Actually, yeah, a couple friends and I sitting down at the reef, Gary Bowman and Phil Lipton, and just started talking about power tools and belt sanders and how they can take off on you if you leave the switch on. And
what happened there, of course, Phil worked in a woodworking shop. He had his own woodworking shop, and he had one sitting on the floor, and it came unplugged while he was working it. And he went and plugged it back in, it was still turned on, so it took off across the floor, and that's how the idea got going. Then the brains got involved.
Yeah. And the first
That's
event,
why you're wearing the hat.
That's right.
the first event was held on St. Patrick's Day in 1989, and a bunch of the local contractors all showed up. We actually had a keg of beer here, which I think is the reason why most of them showed up. And but then
Some of them even forgot their belt sanders.
yeah.
It was the keg of beer for sure.
But yeah, I just started, and one person, Kenny Keaton, decided to modify his sander so he easily won every race, and which got everybody else a little bit jealous and whatever. So they all started looking forward to the next time we were going to do it, and it just progressed from there.
And no modifieds this year?
And this year we did not. We decided not to do the modified. The two or three people who are very keen on the modified sanders happened to all be away, and so without them being invited or being here, we decided not to promote it. We decided just to keep it stock and fun, which turned out to be a great event.
It's always fun. You know what's interesting is some of the modified ones that show up. Remember the year the guy showed up from, wasn't it Boeing? And they had the gas-powered
Yeah, we did have a gas-powered one.
gas-powered and everything.
He thought for sure it was going to be the fastest thing, but
And it may have been, but by the time he started it,
the race was over in 1.5 seconds, right? So it was like he didn't even get the first rev up.
So what was the world record?
I think the fastest time that we've seen is like 1.39 seconds.
That's good.
That's like, it's down the thing in a blink. So.
Yeah.
And then tell me all the locations that your belt sander race has been.
We got involved with a group called Southex, and they held different home show events across North America. And so they hired us as entertainment. And so we went to New Orleans, Washington, D.C., Louisville, Kentucky,
Texas.
Yep. Indianapolis. On the Canadian side, I know we went to Ottawa, Toronto, Calgary.
Into a couple of the other ones back there, I can't think of their name.
Yeah.
Because we did two of them on.
So we actually packed up the track, the timing system, the whole thing,
And
crates.
shipped it.
And then what was, is it still popular? Is it still,
There's still a
like
lot of
interest? There's still lots of people that want to get involved?
Yeah,
and
we still
bring
get
their-
phone calls all the time with regard to it, and we actually set up an association, so stores like mine could actually become a member of the IBDA and hold their race event and be part of the group. And so we did that for about 3 or 4 years, and we had, I'm sure, probably close to 100 members across the country all participating and holding races and that. And then it seemed to have run its course, and we got busy at the store, and interest changed a little bit. So, but we still get phone calls, and a lot of these people are still holding races. And
It is interesting. They are, like, I know that Comox Builders wants to do a race again, and that's been 10 years at least since they've done a race.
Oh, wow.
So they're up in up north in Smithers, and Smithers Lumber still runs a race. It's just a fun one. You know, again, a couple of drinks and they run the race, but they're still doing it. So it's really interesting.
Okay. What else do you want to say that I didn't ask?
I would think.
it all started here in Point Roberts.
Well, you should introduce yourselves at the end, now that I forgot to
We could
ask
do
you
that,
to
right.
do that in the beginning.
Well, first I'll start with me. I'm Fred Tutt. I'm with AM 650. I have a radio show on there every Saturday morning from 8 to 9, and this is
Lorne Nielson, and I'm the owner of Nielson's Building Center in
Sunny Point Roberts.
Sunny Point Roberts. Thank God that happened.
All right, thank you both.